Yeah, and welcome to another walking and talking video. Matter of fact, right behind me there's that church. That is the Bible Methodist Church there. That's what it used to be. A little fun fact about that church building there, the people that own that church building, the ones that are on basically the tax forms and stuff. I do apologize, we have wind, so I don't know if the wind will, if you'll hear me very good on the audio, but yeah, so I do apologize for the wind because it's kind of windy and stuff. That's why I'm wearing this old grubby coat. This is actually my old car coat, whatever you want to call it. This is the one I always keep in my car for a backup coat and stuff. I have one nice coat, that nice Carhartt coat I got last year, because at my place of work they had a Black Friday deal, and so I took the opportunity to get a better coat to replace this one, because this one's all chewed up and grubby, but I still keep it around as like a backup coat and stuff. But yeah, that church there, building, I'm always trying to get people to share the walkthrough video I've done about it. I know the people for many years that own that church building, that are on the tax information and stuff, the people who are legal owners of that church building, and I've known them for many years. Before I lived in town, I moved into the village of Saranac in 2006. Before that, I lived out of the village limit. I still lived in Saranac, but out of the village limits in the country. Out in the country, on an old country dirt road, and I lived there ever since the day I was born. And then in 2006, I moved into town and moved into the church parsonage house, as they call it. The house where a pastor would be living if there was a pastor at the church and stuff, and pastor and stuff. But what they do is there to bring in some income to that church. Is the church just rents out the parsonage house to me and my brother, and we pay the rent, and that's their only source of income for that church and stuff. And my goal on that video was to figure out how to make it go viral, get it all over the internet and stuff, and have people share that video and stuff, and make it go viral all over the internet, and to help bring some more income into that church, and hopefully enough money where we could sit down and restore the church building and make it nice again, however they think would be best suited for, I had some ideas and stuff, like if I owned it, I would try to make it a second story and all that stuff, but in reality, what it would be on something like that, it would be doing the restoration you need to do in order to make it stand for another 100 years, that. Right now, we have a person using that church for Sunday, for a Bible study for their family and stuff, and what they're doing, what this person is doing, is he's been using the church to bring his family closer to God and stuff, and teach them about Christianity and Christ, and how Jesus came to be and stuff. And so that's why I don't go in that church anymore or do any walkthrough videos or anything like that. It's just to respect their privacy and stuff, in case they have anything stored in there they don't want the world to see or something, because I'm not very good at fuzzing out stuff and, like censoring stuff, I should say, so, because my editing skills are quite limited and stuff, so. But yeah, so I just kind of stay out of there. I don't go in there and stuff, out of respect and kindness, and that's the thing is, is with that video was to help out the church and stuff, and that's my whole goal with YouTube, is to help out everyone and stuff, and basically with the church there, to try to raise up enough money where we can like put new windows in it and new doors and update the interior to make the interior look more modern instead of the old 70s and 80s dark wood, you know, and stuff, and just the stuff you normally do to an old building. Then, you know, nothing fancy, but it would just be update all the, if the electrical system needs to be updated or the plumbing or whatever, you know, just update all of it, you know, update the whole building and make it nice again. And that was my goal, was trying to make that video go viral, was just so the church would have another source of money coming in, and depending on how much they got, be able to start working on towards fixing that up, because it probably been about almost probably going on 20 years now, but when I moved down there back in about, I want to say roughly around 2007, 2008, or maybe 2009, there, around in between there, they put a new metal roof on the church. If I remember correctly, what they did was they just basically went over the old roof with a new metal style roof, because before the metal roof it had simply a just standard old shingle, you know, old shingle roof, and so they put a new metal roof over it to help protect the church and stuff. And that's why in that video I did, you see some spots where I pointed out where it looked like, you know, water problems and stuff, because before the new roof was put on that church, it was actually, the old roof was actually leaking really bad and needed to be replaced and stuff. So that was lucky for them. They was able to come in some money there to fix that up, and my goal would be with that video is to give them the money so they can further do even more like restorations and fixing up and stuff. And because those people that own that building, when I was a kid living out in the country, they were my next door neighbors. They were the good people that you wish, the good neighbors that everyone wished they could have and stuff, and so on. And they were the ones that gave us the opportunity to rent out the church house there and gave us a home, because if it wasn't for them, I would have probably ended up most likely living in a cardboard box or something, probably, or in some run-down apartment complex where the landlord doesn't give a hoot about anything and stuff. And you know, so I'm thankful for that and stuff. And that's one of the things I want to do, is since they were kind enough to help me out and stuff, and me and my brother's time of need, and my mom and dad's time of need and stuff, you know, I want to do the right thing and give back to them and stuff. And that's the whole purpose of making that video. And I'll put a link in the description box down below where you can click and watch that video and share it if you like and stuff. But that's why, you know, just to give back, and then on this channel to give back to other people as well, you know, and pay it forward and help people out. That's the whole kind of goal and purpose here on this channel and stuff. And then plus, I always thought it would be fun to maybe do some travel videos and stuff, and kind of do like little travel challenge videos like some of these YouTubers do and stuff, and be able to travel around the countryside and stuff, and be able to see different places and stuff, visit maybe some historical sites or the average small towns that nobody really gets to see, because there really ain't much to see and stuff, you know. Like, I even thought it'd be funny to buy an old junk car and off the internet and see if it'll make it to a certain destination and back and stuff, you know. And the reason for those kind of video ideas is when I was a kid growing up, I didn't have much money. My parents wasn't no rich Rockefellers or anything. My dad was just your standard old go to work at an old factory and made a factory worker salary, you know. He was the type of person that a lot of country music singers, you know, talked a lot about and stuff. You know, he was the Merle Haggard, the country singer Merle Haggard, you know, working man blues. That was basically kind of his lifestyle. Go to work and then just come home and try to figure out how you're gonna get rid of the back pain, you know. Yeah, we got some high winds here, kind of when I'm doing this video, and I don't have no wind protection on this because I'm just using my tablet's microphone, so I do apologize for the wind noise and stuff. Yeah, so, and I grew up around people that, you know, didn't have much money as well, you know, didn't have much money, and they would take their own, I remember as a kid, them sometimes taking their own clunker car and going out of state, and my dad would sit there and tell my mother, she goes, and my dad would sit there and say to my mother, wow, I can't believe they actually drove that car all the way there. I'd never do that. And, you know, because my dad was always afraid of taking his old jalopy car and going out of state and breaking down the middle of some state somewhere and not be able to get back, you know. And so I remember these guys, you know, some of these guys I grew up around that would do that stuff, take their old jalopies and go all the way to some state and stuff, and then come back with that car. My dad and then all the other friends would be like, wow, I can't believe that car actually made it there and back, you know, because they'd all joke about it. And of course back then, this was when you could get a car that somewhat runs for $200-300, you know, that barely even ran in a rust bucket and stuff. I even one time met a guy that took his old jalopy car all the way down to Memphis, Tennessee, just to see Elvis Presley, and the car he had was like, I think it was one of those where he just might have even traded a carton of cigarettes for this old clunker car, and he hopped in it and went out of state and to Memphis, Tennessee to see Elvis's home, Elvis Presley's Graceland Museum, and then he came all the way back to Michigan. And then my dad, I remember my dad talking to him like, wow, that car actually made there, and even the guy's own brother was like, wow, I can't believe you took that car and it made it all the way there and back and stuff, and they joked about it and stuff. And to me, remembering that, you know, I asked all these years, I think about that, and I think to myself, you know, if I had the money, and this was even before YouTube was a thing, I always thought to myself, you know, if I had the money and could do that, I would totally, just for the fun of it, and had a way to film it on the internet, I would totally do something like that, goof around, and so now I got a platform to work on, so now it's just kind of working on getting the views and the subscribers and the funding to be able to do those sort of things and stuff. I think it'd be kind of neat to maybe get a group of friends and do a challenge video where we go on the marketplace or find an old junk motorhome and see what it can do or whatever, or an old car or something, or even just by myself, you know, buy an old clunker and see what it can do and stuff. So you'll be seeing videos like that and stuff, where budget challenge videos, because I like watching those videos. I like people, I watch YouTubers that do little budget build challenge where we gotta convert this shed into a tiny house, but we have a budget and stuff. You know, I like kind of seeing some of that stuff. So I thought about maybe doing some things kind of like that here and there and stuff. Like I would like to definitely the travel video stuff, but, and be able to, and also be able to have a way to help people out in need and stuff, and show people and try to remember how it was when I was growing up and stuff, showing what did I eat and what did I do. That's why I'm always doing these videos about food from the dollar store or food, you know, cheap food and stuff, and talking about what I think about and stuff, because currently right now that's what I gotta live on. You know, I don't get to sit there and eat T-bone steaks every night and stuff, and I'm no rich Rockefeller right now or nothing. Matter of fact, as I speak right now, for those of you who may not know, I'm not even making any money on YouTube, you know. This right now, no, because I gotta get my public watch hours up and stuff, and according to YouTube's guidelines and stuff. And even then, when I did make any money from YouTube, it's going to be very, very little money, you know. That's a lot of things people don't understand with YouTube. It's like any other job or any other business out there. It's going to take time before you see a decent amount of money and stuff. And it's not just one of those, throw up a video and then overnight you become a millionaire, you know. If you're that lucky, good luck, but you're most likely not going to be, you know, that lucky and stuff. But now, as far as like, if I think a few times I had people mention like, hey, we should see an update of the town and all this, blah blah blah. And, well, in my town right now, it's a small hick town and nothing's really changed. The only thing that changed in my town is the local bar restaurant just changed its name. That's real. Because in my town we had a old guy for many years. Everybody called him Joe. He ran this bar and restaurant in town called Joe's Place. He was an old man. He finally passed away and stuff. I think about 2-3 years back, and he passed away. Old age kind of got up to him. He was an old man, and I called old age got to him. I don't know what his cause of death was or anything, but his family or whoever he left the bar to, they decided to put it up for sale, and so this company called Social House that owns other like franchises of bar and restaurants, they bought it and they changed the name and call it Social House, and they opened it up. I personally never been there, because frankly I don't really care to visit bars and restaurants and stuff and be around a bunch of drunken fools and stuff, and so I never been in there yet. But I thought about maybe sometime going in there and seeing what kind of food they have, but because in my town that's the only restaurant per se in town. We have another little thing called the Viking Street Pasties and a little pizza shop and stuff, but as far as like a normal sit down coffee shop restaurant, you know, where you can order a burger and fry and stuff, you know, we don't really have anything like that, where if you want like a burger and fry or something, you have to go to the bar and restaurant in town. And so if you're somebody that doesn't like being around drunks and the bar scene and stuff, you don't like none of that stuff for whatever reason, you know, and you come to Saranac looking for a bite to eat, well, that's your only option if you're a burger and fry man, unless you don't mind gas station burgers or you know, burgers from the gas station, then you'd be alright. But yeah, and so that's it and stuff. Oh, if I was a well-to-do rich person and had money falling out my backside and stuff, money falling out my butt and stuff, and money was an option, you know, I'd probably maybe look into opening up a coffee shop style restaurant, you know. I grew up as a kid going to the mom and pop sit down coffee shop restaurants where the old farm boys and the old folks, you know, sat around the table and they socialized and had a cup of coffee and a bite to eat, and they socialized with all the locals and stuff, you know. Way years ago, this town used to have that sort of thing, you know. But the sad thing was is that restaurant caught on fire, and so the last owners just ended up selling the business off and stuff, and so we no longer have that sort of thing anymore. But yeah, so now we just have the social house. I haven't personally been there yet, and to be honest, wish I don't really have any plans to visit it anytime soon. If I want to grab a bite to eat before I go to work, I either go to the local gas station in town or the Dollar General, or I hit up the next town over in their restaurants and stuff. 'Cause the next town over, they have all kinds of cafe restaurants and things. I don't really care much to walk in those places and stuff, and bars and restaurants. So yeah, like I said, if I was rich and there was money and money was an option, I'd probably maybe look into for this little town, a nice little coffee shop type restaurant where you can have a burger and fry and a cup of coffee and a drink, you know. For the and then I would mainly do it for the people who are non-drinkers and stuff and don't care to be around that, and bring back what this town used to have. Like if I was going to do that sort of thing, you know, I would make it like what I remember as a kid, because the restaurant we had that burnt down way years ago, this was like in the later 90s, early 2000s. I remember it was called Kathy's Kitchen, and then later on it changed name, and then they called it, I think if I remember right, Kelly's Kitchen Cafe, and then when that Kelly's Kitchen Cafe had it, that's when they had a fire and it burnt, and then they just sold the building off, and then somebody bought it, converted it into an exercise fitness place, and then that fitness place went out, and then they just converted it into a real estate. It's a Green Ridge Realty agency now and stuff, but yeah. But that's my whole kind of purpose and goal with this whole YouTube thing, is to create a channel that's gonna get lots of views and subscribers, and be able to bring some free content to people, because that's one of the things I'm getting sick and tired of, is all these TV stations. Oh, if you want to see this and pay X amount of dollars and blah 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 and money. You're like, oh, you want to watch a movie nowadays? You don't get to go to the store and buy a DVD or a Blu-ray half the time. Nope, you gotta order it on Netflix and download it to your hard drive. And you know, to me, I miss the old, and I wish we'd go back to the old days when we had VHSs and stuff. You know, I don't mind DVDs, but why don't we go back to the days of VHS, actually giving somebody an actual hard copy of stuff, you know. Same thing with video games. The reason why I don't care to play video games or Xbox or PlayStation, because it's money. It's all this money stuff nowadays, and I don't like that, you know. Oh, to continue to the next level or to beat this, you know, Bowser or whatever, you guys pay $19.95 or $29.99 or $9.99 or some ridiculous price to get this or get that to level up, and it's stupid, you know. To me, I think it's just stupid. Let's go back to the olden days when you went out and you bought a Nintendo 64, you bought a game cartridge, and guess what? You got the whole game. You didn't need to buy anything to make the game better or buy any stupidness, I call it. Or if you wanted to, do cheats, sometimes you had to buy a Game Genie and a little cheat code book, or if the game came embedded with cheat codes, you might have had to went out and bought a magazine that told you the cheat codes, but that was about it. But you got the full game, you didn't have to buy all this nonsense, and everything is money, 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 and I'm sick and tired of it. That's why I'm doing YouTube and gonna try to best to my abilities make YouTube a free thing. I'm not gonna do all this. If you want to see this video, you gotta go to blah 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 website and stuff. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna be that person like Patreons. I don't care to do Patreons. I know what Patreons is. Patreon is a website where you go and people upload videos, and in order to view those videos, you pay the content creator some money. Now, I'm not knocking people that want to do that. That's fine. If you want to do that, that's fine. But to me, I'm not gonna. Because to me, I'm just kind of, pay $19.99, okay. To me, the only thing I'm gonna do is make all my viewers, watch some advertisements. And that's it. You're just gonna watch advertisements. That's all you're gonna do. Just like you was regular public over-the-air TV. Been for many years where you watch some of the video and then you get an advertisement, and then after the advertisement is done, then you go back to your schedule programming and stuff. And I understand why a lot of content creators do like Patreons and stuff, because down for the years, ad revenues and stuff kind of went down a little bit and stuff, and some of these content creators are not so quick to shuck out a whole lot of money and stuff. I get that and stuff, but to me, I just feel like it's not really proper, because to me, there's so many people out there struggling in today's world. There's so many people out there struggling in today's world that don't have a whole lot of money, and they might have access to the internet, whether it's through some free internet server or whatever the case may be. Those people are gonna want something free to basically watch, and so that's my whole goal and purpose, is to reach those people. And that's another way I'm going to try to help people out, is to reach those people that don't have a whole lot of money to go out and buy Netflix and Hulu and Patreons and all that stuff. Is to reach that niche, reach those people, and give them something they can enjoy watching and stuff, And that's the whole goal with this Boomhauer 69 channel, because the more revenue and stuff I make through advertising and stuff on this channel, when I finally reach the mark I need to be at to make money with YouTube, that's how I'm going to do other content, is when I'm allowed to make money with YouTube. Then I'm going to use that money to invest in the YouTube and figure out, okay, what kind of other videos can I do and stuff. Then when I have the money to do so, I'm going to do travel videos. I'm going to do all sorts of videos, I think it would be fun to even do, like, have like a studio and even do like comedy skits and stuff like that, I think it would be neat to try to do some stuff like that, and even make like little mini almost TV series and stuff, Sometimes my brain wanders like that, where I think about, that'd be cool to do, make comedy skits and do stuff, because I'm a big fan of comedy. I actually thought it would have been fun at one time in my life to become a stand-up comedian, you know. Be like Chris Farley, Jeff Foxworthy, Ron White, Richard Pryor, Red Fox, and Jerry Clower, and a bunch of comedians, you know, even Eddie Murphy and stuff. But chasing that dream is a lot harder than, you know, doing YouTube and stuff. So, and I love making people laugh, so that would be one reason why I love to do stuff like that, and just a variety of content, you know, something that's going to be fun and enjoyable for people, you know, and stuff, and give those people who simply don't have a whole lot of money an opportunity to be able to have something free to watch that isn't just total garbage and boringness. But yeah. And then to also be able to also blog what I do and stuff in my daily life, and what's been going on and stuff, and so forth, so on. Like right now, my goal right now in life, what I'm focusing on is trying to figure out how to build up this YouTube channel and make it a good channel for people to enjoy and watch, and then trying to figure out how to save up enough money to simply buy myself a better car than what I got and stuff, you know, trying to save up money for a new car and stuff. That's my my goal and intentions, is to simply, you know, save up, buy a new car, and then once I get a new car, then figure out, okay, what to do next and stuff, and everything, and like basically once I get a new car under my belt, that's when I'm gonna invest a little more money into YouTube and stuff, when I know I can safely do so, because I treat YouTube like a business, and I be very careful how much money I invest into it, so I don't personally bankrupt myself or hurt myself, you know. Because as of right now in my personal life, this is the honest to God truth. If it wasn't for me, for my brother, I'd be the guy living in a junk car in some truck stop parking lot. You know, being one of those people you see out in California, or on the news, you know, being homeless and stuff. That's what would happen to me if I didn't have my brother with me and stuff. Hell, I'd be homeless on the street, you know, begging for change. And then I'd be on YouTube making videos about panhandling, what it's like being homeless and stuff, you know. And so with what little money I do bring in and stuff, I'm always being very cautious and careful and stuff. Right now I do have a full-time job, which hopefully someday I can quit that and just focus on the YouTube stuff. But right now, that full-time job is what's helping me save up to get a better vehicle and car under my belt. Because the car I got right now, I can't really take it out on long road trips because it's my only car. But maybe someday when I get a little bit better car and I can afford to go on road trips and stuff, that just might be one of the cars you see me hopping in and simply trying to go to some state or somewhere and see if the car will make it. Because right now, I'm one of those typical Americans driving that old clunker car that's got over 184,000 miles on it, and I don't know how long it's going to last, but my ultimate goal is right now is to focus on upgrading to a better car for myself, and then once I do that, and then figure out how much can I invest in YouTube a little bit and stuff, you know, maybe be able to buy some more products and do product reviews, because I do like doing product reviews. But my goal is to make this channel a variety of different contents, from product reviews to travel videos to talk videos to helping videos of helping people and stuff, you know, and giving back and things and stuff. Like, if I could afford to do it, I talked about this before, I think we need to take a small shed and convert it into a small little tiny house for some homeless people, you know. Find some homeless person living out in the bushes or out in the woods somewhere and say, hey, here's a little shed structure for you to live in and help you get back on your feet a little bit there and do that and other things, you know. Maybe if I became a rich millionaire YouTuber like Mr. Beast, who knows, maybe, you know, give a homeless man an apartment or a brand new house and say, here's a house, go and have it set up where he doesn't got to worry about bills for the next 5 years and say, here's a nice house for you. And everything's paid up for the next 5 years. All you got to worry about is getting you a job or whatever, you know, and be able to help maybe some people out by cars. Like, there's people I know right now that are in the same situation I'm in with a car situation where I think to myself, man, if I just had the money, I'd buy that person a nicer, newer vehicle so they wouldn't have the struggles I'm having and stuff, you know, because I know those people, and I'm around those kind of people that are struggling every day, you know, the ones that live paycheck to paycheck. That's basically what I do, and I know the struggles and stuff, you know. I grew up with a father that did the same thing, paycheck to paycheck, you know, and then on top of that, my father had to deal with my mother, who was really bad sick and stuff, and trying to, you know, figure out how can he afford her medical stuff when she was alive and stuff, you know, how to pay her medical, get her medical prescriptions and everything, and doctor bills and stuff. And I seen the toll it took on my father when my mother was alive and really bad sick and stuff, where he didn't, in a way, it was one of those, it was tiring him out and stuff, where he's like, man, I wish this could change, but, you know, he liked my mother really much, and really cared about her, and so he did it, because he loved my mother and stuff, and did what he had to do, and so I've been down those roads, I've been in those situations, and, you know, I've been the kid a few times wondering, hey, am I going to have my next meal, you know? I lived off the TV dinners and stuff, you know, and I still do. I still live off microwavable foods and TV dinners and stuff. Do I really want to be eating all that unhealthy stuff? Not really, but, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do in order to survive, you know. And I'm doing alright, you know, I'm staying afloat and stuff, So I've been down that situation, and it got me thinking, you know, how can I get back and doing this YouTube channel and trying to come up with content and stuff that would be interesting and stuff. Hopefully down the line I can bring some other people along, maybe a female camera person and some editing crews and some other people in general, and be able to do that and give people that channel and free content to watch and stuff, so, and something that's going to be interesting and stuff, and maybe do comedy skits, maybe try to make like an actual action movie that they can watch on YouTube or something, you know, and just kind of, you know, random things, you know. I just shoot around ideas all the time, like I'm doing right now. There's just some ideas that I had rolling around and shooting around and thinking, oh, that'd be neat to do, you know, but, because, you know, not everything is free in this world anymore, and I get sick and tired of that. That's why I don't care to play the modern day video game systems. To me, if you don't give me the full game, then what the points of even playing it, you know? Nowadays, like, oh, to continue with this level, you need so many of these tokens, so many of that token. Oh, if you want those tokens or those level up power points, you gotta spend $9.99 or $5.99 or $29.99, and it's just crazy. It's just money. Yeah. For what, you know? To me, why don't you video game creators out there go back to the olden days, where you put a game on a cartridge disc, and it was the full game. No need to buy all this bull crap just to play the game. Just do it. Quit, trying to dig in the poor man's pockets. It used to be, when I was growing up as a kid, a lot of companies would make what they call a demo game, a demo disc. And what it was is, you got like the first 2 levels of a game, and they would release a demo disc, like a demo disc, where it would have like the first 2 levels, or maybe half of a level and stuff, to show you what the game was about. You'd either get the disc for free in the magazine, or you bought it for like $2.99 or something, and then when they was ready, they would release the full game, and where you bought the full game and you got that half a level, full levels, you got everything, and you didn't need to worry about buying anything else. If you already had because you bought the game, and it would tell you what video game console you need. Like the one I remember the most playing is Nintendo Entertainment System, N64, Sega Genesis, and stuff, and I remember how Sega Genesis, N64 was, Nintendo 64. You'd go buy the game cartridge, and all you had to make sure to have is the console and a controller and a TV to play it on. That was it. Just the hardware and the cartridge, and you plop the cartridge in, turn the machine on, and you didn't have to worry about buying all this other accessories and crap just to play the game. Once in a while, a game creator might have made it where you had to have a special gamepad, but that was about it. And to me, as far as, that's why I don't care to play games no more, because it's just money, and I'm not gonna shuck all my money out just to play some silly little game. Screw that. And same thing with Netflix and Hulu and all this stuff. Oh, you want to see this video, that video? You know what I do? If I can't go to a movie theater and watch it, from time to time I do here and there. It's been a couple of years since I've been to one, but if I can't go to a regular movie theater and watch it, then I'm not gonna go see it. If I can't buy it on DVD or Blu-ray, I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna shuck all this money out for Netflix. To me, it's stupid. But so because to me, I like to get back. I still have my VHSs, all my VHS tapes in the VHS player. And I'm anymore the type of person, if I want to watch a movie, I'll plug in my projector I have, and plug in the VCR into that and watch one of my old VHSs. Or if I find it free with ads on YouTube, I'll watch it then. But as far as going out of my way to get Netflix and Hulu and all that stuff, I don't care to. To me, there should be more content and more stuff out there free to do. Not just all this bullcrap. Yes, I know it costs money to make a movie. I know it costs money, but sometimes people, I think, are just getting way too greedy, is what I say. And including our own government, they're a big one. The United States government. Oh, don't get me started on that. I could ramble on for hours, but yeah, that's just what I want to try to do on this channel, is create some good content for you all to enjoy and stuff. As of right now, my content is very limited because of my money budget, so bear with me on that and stuff. So when you say, oh, you should do this, you should do that, I'm probably going to ignore your comment, because simply money. So as time goes on, the more money I make with YouTube and stuff, the more money I'll be able to invest in YouTube and stuff. That's what I'm doing with my YouTube channel, is only investing money when I know it's safe to do so. So if I make money with YouTube, I'll say, okay, how do I reinvest that money back and stuff? And I also have a PayPal account for those of you who want to donate to the PayPal account. That's always that link is always in the description box and stuff. And for companies that would like to have me review products and stuff, that my email link is always in the box as well if you want to send me stuff. I do plan on, when I start making money with my actual YouTube channel, I am going to get a P.O. box, but I'm waiting until I'm able to make some money with YouTube to help pay for that P.O. box, because right now I cannot afford to go out and buy a P.O. box for my YouTube channel, so that's why I simply don't have one as of yet. So yeah. So if you like this sort of content, give this video a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you didn't like it. I know it's a 45-minute long video. I'm not going to edit it shorter. I'm just going to leave it as is. But I hope you all have a good day, and thank you for watching Boomhauer69's YouTube channel.